Across this city, demand is outstripping supply. Too few homes to go around, pushing prices sky high. Syra and Assad live in a one-bedroom flat in North London with their 7-month-old son, Adam. They have a big budget, £400,000. Even so, they're struggling to buy a home.
We have toys everywhere, and even he sometimes feels suffocated in one room.
Oh, he hates this room.
So now we just want to move. It doesn't matter whether it's a semi-detached or end of terrace or a terrace. We just want to move to a bigger place now.
We need the space. We need to just get on to the next stage of our lives, and it just feels like we're stuck. I really didn't think this would happen.
In most London boroughs, families now need an income of over £100,000 to afford a 3-bedroom house. And it's the poorest places like Tower Hamlets with the biggest increase in property prices. Here, a dizzying 30% up in the past 12 months. Up an average of £140,000. Tower Hamlets is probably one of the most traditional working class areas of London, but it's changing faster than anywhere else in this city. This house, bought for £400,000 last year, sold last week for £900,000. Peter's been a builder here for 40 years. For most of those, a brickie on building sites. Now, loft conversions are where the work is.
When we was younger, it was only East End people wanting to live in the East End. But there's been such a big influx of money around here now that the people who can afford these places are people that work in the city in the West End and over Canary Wharf. They've just got so much money that they can afford to have this sort of work done.
The picture in Tower Hamlets is reflected across London. In Lambeth, it's jumped up 22%. In Croydon, 20%. But in prime areas of London, it's dropping. Kensington and Chelsea has gone down by 3%. High values for homeowners, huge problems for locals wanting a first home.
I have noticed that most of the people I don't recognise, and being from an area where you've grown up, normally you'd see people that you know, but I've noticed many new faces that you don't really recognise, and a lot of people that you did know have moved out, yeah.
Most East London people they've gone to Hornchurch, Hornchurch, Romford, that area.
The gap between London prices and the rest of the country is at a historic high, in large part because buyers now outnumber properties for sale by 13 to 1.
This is part of an ongoing change of London and people being forced to the outskirts, forced to commute further afield, perhaps move out of London as well, as more areas of London that were affordable now become gentrified, and, shall we say, the ordinary worker has to, I'm afraid, move further out.
Syra and Assad's search continues. Forced to look further and further afield, their budget outpaced by rising prices. Luke Hanrahan, ITV News.